Alright, so in this video, we're going to go over nursing school supplies that you're actually going to need, not pointless supplies. Let's get to it. So first thing first, I'm going to go over exactly what I bring to lecture every day. This is my backpack. It's just a classic JanSport backpack. And I love this thing. I've had it for years and it still looks new. It has so many pockets. So I recommend getting a backpack. And then it holds my giant 2-inch binder inside of it. I recommend getting a 2-inch binder because you're gonna have a lot of notes. And me personally, I'm a girl, okay? I love pretty things. These binders, I get these from Target and they're just so pretty and they hold up so well. Like, I've had these binders for years. I keep all of my notes from every class because I'm a science nerd, but they hold up so well. So I recommend investing in one of these binders for nursing school, especially if you want to look cute. Next thing is you're going to need a laptop. I know a lot of girls hype about iPads and they're great to have. However, you cannot take your ATI exams on an iPad. So invest in getting an actual laptop first. A laptop should be your priority. Probably about 6 years now I've had this laptop. This is like a classic MacBook Air. It was expensive, but it still looks good. So this is what she looks like here. And I got this cute case. It's like a fuzzy case off of Amazon. I do have this listed in my Amazon storefront, so if you want to check it out, check out my Amazon storefront. Most of these supplies will be listed in there. Alright, so moving on is you're going to need some pens. I love these pens. These pens are the best pens I've ever had in my entire life. They write so thin and the ink is so nice. It doesn't bleed through paper that much and they're just so pretty. So get you some of these. Next thing is going to be some highlighters. I love these pastel highlighters. I found them at Target. But these are my favorite highlighters because they also have little erasers at the bottom. So I think that they're like perfect for taking notes in class. Another thing you're gonna want is a planner. This is just a little pocket planner where you can just write down your week, what assignments you have due, what tests you have coming up. In nursing school, you definitely want to stay organized. I also have a magnetic planner on my refrigerator. It sounds crazy, but trust me, it helps me like stay organized throughout the week. So that's also linked in my Amazon storefront. Another classic school supply is going to be a notebook. I got this from Marshall's. No, I'm sorry. I got it from TJ Maxx. I just love the leather cover. I think it's so cute, and I just basically take notes in here so I can stay organized. I just like taking notes also in conjunction with having my lecture PowerPoints printed out. And I'm going to show you how I organize my PowerPoints later on. Next thing you're going to want is, this is great for having lab because it's a little clipboard. And inside of here, I also got this from Target. Inside of here is a notebook where you can also take notes and hold your notes at the same time. In lab, I like printing out what we're going over, what we're learning. So if we're doing catheters, if we're doing NG tubes, I like having step-by-step instructions on what I'm doing so that I look like I'm prepared and I don't feel stupid when we're going over something. The key to nursing school is staying on top of your study. So whatever you're learning, you want to preview before class, before lab. And this is nice to have your lab notes printed out so that when you're doing a skills lab, you kind of already know what they're going to go over and you have an idea, so you're not going to feel lost. And it's nice to have your notes next to you as you're also seeing it in person on how to do a skill. Aside from that, I also love having a little pocket lotion with me. I love having lip gloss. I love more lip gloss. I love staying hydrated in class, lip balm. It is nice to have a backpack because it holds so much stuff. I also have these little notes for like lab that also connect to like a lanyard if you're wearing like a badge reel or something like that. It's nice to have little cheat sheets while you're also, you know, going over a skills lab. So that is my classroom supplies. Next, I am gonna go over my binder so that if you want an idea on how to organize your notes from class, I actually have done this for years and I feel like I don't know, it's nice to have them organized. I'm an OCD freak, so I love having things organized and easily accessible. And a lot of my classmates also kind of like copied off this idea because it helps and it works. So here's my binder. As you can see, for a new unit, I have the sheet laminated, and then after that, the rest of the sheets aren't laminated. So I can easily feel when the next unit starts. This is unit 2. And then see, now this stuff isn't laminated, and then you can basically find the next unit fast in your notes. I highly recommend getting some laminate sheets so that you can basically organize your notes better. I like doing it this way because I know how to find the next unit fast without digging through my binder. I also like to organize my lecture PowerPoints. Either when I print them out, I do one page having 4 slides or 6 slides. And what I do as we're going over the information in class, I basically have my PowerPoints printed, and then I take notes on whatever PowerPoint we're talking about. I like to basically take notes on what the teacher talks about in class a lot, because I know if they're covering something for a long time, it's more than likely going to be on the exam or it's important. So, and here again, nursing interventions are always going to be important. So see, I just took notes here. Little key things to just know about. For instance, this is documenting temperature or getting an accurate temperature. So yeah, this just comes in handy. I like having my binder organized this way because it just makes it easier, and it allows me to take notes and also have the information in front of me. I'm old-fashioned. I like having my notes like tangible, where I have them in front of my face. And I also will have my laptop open as well, but I like writing my notes down. So if you're like me, I highly suggest printing out your notes where you have 4 slides or 6 slides on a page, and just take your notes as you're going over them in class. This makes it so much easier. All right, so now that we went over classroom supplies, I'm gonna go over what supplies you may want to get for a clinical. So I'm gonna show you my clinical bag. So this is my clinical bag here. I got this off Amazon. It's nice because it has these handles where I can carry them, but also it has this strap where I can put it over my shoulder and just carry it like this. It makes life so much easier to carry them this way. It just, I don't know, I love this bag, and I also like it because it's neutral, so it matches everything you wear, and it's just cute. Let's go over what supplies I carry with me to clinical. So I'm gonna go over 2 different options. You're definitely gonna need a stethoscope. I was in a BSM program where I had to purchase my own stethoscope, and I'm gonna show you that one, but I'm also gonna show you a cheaper option as well. So in my clinical bag, I got this off of Amazon. This is a stethoscope case. They have other colors. This keeps my stethoscope safe, and it also carries my pen lights as well, so I love having this case. Inside of here, I do have my more expensive stethoscope, and it's the Cardiology Littmann stethoscope. So as you can see, I have my pen lights, I have my scissors here. This is the Cardiology Littmann stethoscope. It is beautiful. I absolutely love it. Cool thing about Littmann stethoscopes, if anything happens to your stethoscope, they will fix it or replace it. I think they're an amazing company to order from, so I highly recommend getting a stethoscope that's a Littmann. They just last for a while, and the support that they give to healthcare workers is phenomenal. As you can see, this is the bell of the stethoscope, and I just love how pretty it is. I also got it engraved, so it has my name on there. This is the 3M Littmann Cardiology 4 stethoscope. I got a black one so that it can match with whatever scrubs I wear. And this just adds a little bit something extra to make it stand out when I wear it around my neck. I love this stethoscope. It's really pretty. It also has great sound, like you can hear really good on this. So if you have, I think this was like $200 and something, but if you have $200 and something to spend on a stethoscope, I recommend this one. I love mine so much. But I'm gonna show you a cheaper option as well. So with my LPM program, the school, and it's expensive, so I would hope they'd give me something, but they gave me a stethoscope. This one is a 3M Littman Classic 3 stethoscope, and it has our school colors. So this is what it looks like. It's just very classic, simple. The sound is still great on this, and same thing applies. If anything happens to it, they will replace it or fix your stethoscope. So this is a cheaper option. I think this one might be like $100. I'll link the price here. This is also good too. For clinical, these are bandage scissors, but I have to actually order more actual cutting scissors. Forgive me guys because my sound went out, so the rest of this video I'm gonna have to do a voiceover for. But anyway, what I'm basically saying here is that I had to order actual scissors to cut open medications. Here I'm showing basically a LED pen light, and I'm going to tell you, don't get an LED pen light because it's going to blind your patient's eyes. I'd recommend getting a white light pen light, and I'm going to show it to you here in a second. It looks so much better. It's more comfortable for the patient. As you can see, I'm shining it on my shirt. The difference between the LED and the white light is just more comfortable for the patient. So I'd recommend getting one of those pen lights. My nursing school gave me the pen light there, the white one that you see. It also shows you the pupil sizes on the side. I think it's an ADM pen light, but I love this pen light. I feel like this is probably the best one to get for a nursing student because it has that reference guide there on the side. But it's a lot more comfortable for the patient to get a white light pen light instead of the LED pen lights. Next, I'm going to show you these glasses that I got from Amazon that basically protect your eyes. I like wearing these for whenever I think I'm going to come into contact with bodily fluids. I'm a germaphobe, so it always scares me going into a patient's room, and I'm like, oh my God, like if they're splashing, I don't want that to get in my eyes or even on my uniform. So these protect your eyes. They're great to have, and they're cute because they're clear glasses. But basically, protect your eyes, protect yourself while you're in clinical. And even when you do graduate and become a nurse, you have to protect yourself at the end of the day. You have to take care of yourself before you take care of other people. So I like having these glasses in my nursing bag because I can also put them in my scrub top and they're easy to carry and they come in this cute case. I'm about to pull out Lysol. Yep, that is Lysol. This is great to carry for when you have clinical. Believe me, you are going to feel so gross, especially if you were never a CNA or a med tech before and taking care of patients is new to you. This is a game changer. I will literally spray the bottom of my shoes before I'm about to get in my car when I leave clinical, or I spray down any equipment that I have, like for instance, my clipboard or bag. I don't know, I'm a germaphobe, so I like carrying Lysol in my nursing bag. It just comes in handy. It makes sense. Next thing I'm going to show you is this hand sanitizer that I found from Ulta. It's by Touchland. It is a game changer for me because it smells so good. They have different scents. I think mine is like a rose here, but they also have lavender and other ones as well. I like carrying this because whenever something doesn't smell pleasant, I like spraying this on myself, and sometimes I'll spray it on the outside of my mask before I go into a patient's room if I think that it's going to smell funky up in there. It just makes it better. I have a sensitive stomach when it comes to stinky smells, especially feces. I hate the smell of poop, so I struggle with that. But this makes it a little bit more bearable. So if you're like me and are sensitive to smells, get you something that smells good, and it'll be a game changer for you, I promise. Next thing I have inside my clinical bag are, I got these off of Amazon. I like them because they're neutral. But I like keeping this because I can take notes, especially when you go into a hospital. They may have a supply closet or a med room that has a code that you have to know. And when you're helping patients and doing your med passes, you're gonna want a notebook where it has all the door codes on. I like these because they're pocket sized. I would fit them inside of my scrub top. Very easy to carry along, but this is a game changer for clinicals. You're gonna want something like this because you're not gonna memorize all these door codes. You're already overwhelmed, you're already nervous. This just makes life easier. And then also when you're taking report from a nurse on a patient that you're assigned to, it's nice to put down your top 5 on a notepad. Also, as you know, you're taking care of patients, you can also write down, okay, well, I know this patient in room 202 doesn't like taking their medicine with water. They want apple juice. So whenever you do med passes, you can be like, okay, room 202, I remember I wrote down something about them. Let me get apple juice before I start my med pass so I'm prepared. It just makes life so much easier. So I recommend getting a pocket notepad so you can stay organized at clinical, because if you don't have anything like this, you're gonna be so overwhelmed. This makes life easier. Next thing to have is a lot of hospitals have their own blood pressure cuffs. I know for some of our rotations, we did some nursing home rotations and they didn't have a blood pressure cuff readily available, so I carried my own. We got these from my school. As you can see, it's our school color. Also, it's nice to have a blood pressure cuff just so you can practice at home, because you want to master getting a manual blood pressure. My boyfriend, poor thing, he has been like my little patient. As I've been through nursing school, I practice my skills on him all the time. So now I feel confident when I'm getting a manual blood pressure because I practiced on him so many times. And it's also nice to practice on as many people as you can, because not everyone is the same. Some people might have a bigger arm, you know, like, or some people might have a hard to hear, I don't know, blood pressure or whatever. Like, it's just good to practice on as many people as you can so that you can master your nursing skill. You know, with any nursing skill, you want to get as much practice as possible so that you just feel comfortable and confident being a nurse and doing your vital signs. Another thing I have in my clinical bag that is a game changer is this clipboard right here. When I first started my program, we had a clipboard that our school gave us, but now all my other classmates have gotten similar clipboard like I have, because it makes life easier. I also have this listed in my Amazon storefront, but on the back here, you have like a little cheat sheet on things. For instance, it has how to read an EKG, your normal vital signs, normal blood gas values. It just has some good information on here if you want a little cheat sheet. It also has your normal lab values in the back as well, so that comes in handy. But anyway, what I love about this is I can hold my papers while I'm doing my clinical rounds. I'm going into, you know, patients' rooms. I have, you know, my papers here, but also inside of here, this opens up. I have a lot of papers in here. It's also fun because you can like decorate it with like little stickers on the inside. I would basically keep laminated sheets of every nursing instructor is different. So when you do your nurse's note, some might want you to write it a certain way that another would want you to write a different way. So whatever nursing instructor I had their blueprint for how to write a good nurse's note. And I kept it inside of here. So every single day when we would leave clinical, I would know how to write a good nurse's note for my clinical instructors. This is nice because you can keep papers inside of it and be mobile on the go. And then also, this is so easy to clean. I would literally just wipe it off and it felt clean. Like, sometimes when I come home, I'm like, I feel gross. Like, I want to take my scrubs off right away. I want to throw them in the washer. I just want to sanitize everything because I feel gross. But with this, it's nice because I can wipe it off. I can spray it. I know it's clean. It's easy to clean. So this is a game changer. I would definitely recommend getting this particular clipboard because it holds a lot and it has a cheat sheet on the back. All right, so another thing that's inside of my clinical bag is I have my little badge reel. This one is for Halloween. It's Beetlejuice. I'll actually wear this when I go back to school when it gets closer to Halloween, maybe October. It says, I'm the ghost with the most, babe. But it's cute because I love Beetlejuice. So I'd recommend getting some fun little badge reels off of Etsy, or even Shein has some that are really cheap. But yeah, get you a badge reel because you're definitely gonna have a badge to wear to whatever hospital you're doing clinical rotations at. So this is definitely a must. Another thing is I like keeping my lip balm. I love EOS lip balm, so these are like everywhere in my apartment. They're everywhere in my car. I have them in every bag. So I have it in my clinical bag. Another thing I have is, these are like little cheat sheets. I got these from Amazon as well. They're 30 badge reference cards. So I showed you a little bit of them before, but for instance, this is like the pain scale, but it has like a little cheat sheet on it, if you can see. But they're nice because you can literally clip them onto your badge reel and look at them on the go. So if you want a little bit, if you want to feel more confident and have more references, these are nice to have as well. All right, so that is everything as far as class, clinical. One last thing I'm going to show you guys to get is if you are going to carry a binder like how I have mine, I print out my lectures, you might want to get a hole puncher so that you can hole punch your pages so that you can put them in your binder. Another thing you're going to want for clinical and lab is you need to get some shoes. A lot of nursing programs require your shoes to not have any mesh and to be leather where you can easily wipe them. I love these shoes because a lot of them are ugly, like the nursing shoes. This is by the brand Clove, but I got these in Brilliant White and they are cute. Okay, they don't look dorky. They look like regular sneakers. And they're comfortable, but this is basically what it looks like when you open it up. And they give you little pens. And I'm not gonna take these out because I've worn these to clinical, so I don't wanna touch them because they're gross. But this is what they look like. Cute, right? I forget how much they were. I'll leave the price right here. These are nice to have for clinicals and for lab days, so that you don't get in trouble, because if you're wearing mesh shoes, some nursing instructors will literally send you home and you don't want that. So you want to get the correct shoes so that you won't get in trouble in class. All right, so that is all of the supplies I wanted to show you guys. Just some essentials for nursing school to have. Like I said, don't waste your money on like getting iPads, stuff like that. Just make sure you have a laptop, you have a good binder if you want to take notes, and you have some pens, highlighters, and then a clipboard for clinicals, and then the right shoes. Also check with your nursing program because some have more rules, so you just want to know what you need for class. But that's just some basics, what I showed you. If you have any questions, comment down below. I'd love to help other nursing students. If you have any questions about fundamentals of nursing or med-surg, I don't mind answering questions that you guys may have. But anyway, that's it guys. So yeah, have a great day and good luck with nursing school.